And then talking about games that are sort of going from versions on prior consoles and then maybe getting upgraded a bit, Doom Eternal and Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, so some early news that came out of QuakeCon at home, which is obviously their attempt to salvage QuakeCon not being a physical convention this year. Yeah, they announced Doom Eternal, Elder Scrolls Online are coming to both next gen consoles, and the owners on the current gen will get free upgrades, which is awesome. And I
Oh,
say
nice.
free upgrades. Elder Scrolls Online by itself, I believe, is free to play at the moment, but the big DLC expansions aren't. So I hope that what that means is that if you own the expansions, it carries across. Because at this point,
Mm.
if it's just the base game Elder Scrolls Online, that's not much of a thing anyway. So I imagine with that announcement, that's what it meant, because the base game will probably be free to play anyway. But that's
Mm.
really cool for Doom Eternal, not Dual Eternal, because that's pretty much a brand new game still, and they also announced the DLC for it. So I think it's called Ancient Gods. I don't know anything about it, but it's I think going to probably be part one of a multi-part DLC series. So that's really cool, and there might be potentially some more news out of QuakeCon that, as of the time of this recording, weren't available. I think the news for the next gen upgrades actually was announced just prior to the event, so they got ahead of it. So we'll see next week if there's anything else cool that came out.
Mm. Yeah, nice. And yeah, I can just see that they've confirmed that it's going to be campaign DLC. Because for me, the one thing that I'm always interested in is it like a more of a multiplayer skins or another mode, or is it actual continuation of story or a new story? And I don't know, like I'm very frugal. When I see that they're gonna have more campaign and more story, I'll often just go, oh, okay, I'm just gonna wait for them to release all of it and then buy the complete version because it's always like hell of a lot cheaper. And I don't know, I just hate owning a game and then knowing, like, if I love it, that there's more game out there, but I don't have it, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta go spend almost the same amount of money to go buy the DLC. Some
Well,
people would say it's cheap, but
I've
like I'm
seen
being cheap.
no, that's fine. It's some games, you got to look at the history of that publisher. Did they ever do that for any of their other games? And
Mm,
it's not everyone's going to do it, but the trend I've seen is what companies will do now is if they've got DLC that's on the horizon or has just come out, they'll often actually put the base game on something like Game Pass. So a game we'll talk that's in the bargain bin a bit later did that. Essentially, gets added to Game Pass, and then when the DLC comes out, that's actually pushed. Hey, and someone's already in that game now. They've already kind of opted in because they had access to it. Now they're more inclined to actually purchase the DLC. So I've been seeing that
yeah,
trend quite a bit, and at least on Xbox.
yeah. No, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for this because I love Doom 2016. Like, it's one of the few games I own on Switch and then also on the PC as well. And, really highly rate that game. Like, such a hard thing to go back to an IP and reimagine it a bit. And they did such an awesome job with a new design mechanic. So I've definitely got my eyes on Doom Eternal, and, I definitely will be playing it on PC. And I'm looking forward to it, actually.